What's up, YouTube? It's Design Jedi, and I saw this article, or what passes for an article, on comic book Star Trek. Star Trek 4, Kevin Smith weighs in on the departure of Chris Pine and Hemsworth. Um, for anybody that doesn't know what's going on, is last week, or maybe even the week before last, Chris Pine and Chris Hemsworth both walked away from the negotiating table on Star Trek 4 over contract disputes. And usually what that has to do with is plain and simple money. And for anybody who thought that they could just continue the story without Chris Pine, you're freaking crazy. Okay? Chris Pine was awesome as Kirk. And just like this article goes on to talk about, Chris Pine, they finally found somebody that could do Captain Kirk that didn't sound like an imitation of, the first Kirk. And it's a hard thing to follow. It's really hard to follow in the footsteps of somebody that's a great actor that is iconic over the role. William Shatner was Captain Kirk for as long as there has been a Kirk, and now Chris Pine is coming to the shoes, and I think he does an amazing job. I really do. Anyway, just talking about this article, Star Trek 4 recently hit a pretty significant roadblock when franchise lead Chris Pine and returning star Chris Hemsworth both walked away from the negotiating table over contract disputes. On his podcast, Fat Man on Batman, Kevin Smith and co-host Mark Bernardine, I have horrible problem with names, Mark Bernardin, discussed the issue, and Smith doesn't see many options for Paramount. I think Star Trek really has no choice, Smith says. They can't recast. Chris Pine is fantastic. It was chancy bringing another Kirk into the world. They found the one guy who could pull it off where it doesn't sound like an impression, but it totally homages an entire fucking body of work in a character. So you gotta bring him back. Maybe you let go of the dad storyline if you can't get Hemsworth to come down a little bit, but you can't do these Star Trek movies without Kirk. He was great. Smith goes on to offer his own services to help make a deal. I hope they can make the money thing work, he says. I can play mediator if they want. I will be like, come on, man, everyone wants to see this. You know what the problem here is? Agents are involved. If I could just get rid of their agents and talk sense into these actors, I bet they would want to do it because it sounds fucking like a fucking fun movie. But someone out there is like, no, they got to get paid. These are the dollars that are going to last them into the years of their lives and blah, blah, blah. I'm all for people getting paid, but that's too good of an idea to leave behind. But if they don't make enough money to support the financial decision, then maybe they go and meet in the middle. They go to boldly go where no man has gone before. Really? Fucking hell, Kevin Smith. I hope so, because I like the guy, and I think that idea is a really good idea. No shit you think it's a good idea. I mean, Kevin Smith is just basically saying, what everyone else in the world is saying. Get fucking Chris Pine back into the damn movie. Do what you gotta fucking do, Paramount. You're not gonna have a fucking story without him. I mean, hell, I don't understand how these people are even talking about going on with the damn movie without him. And he's dead in the water. You can't recast him. I mean, and and in all the movies, he is the center part of the entire story. Fuck. I don't understand what these people are thinking. What do you think of Kevin Smith's take on Star Trek 4 losing Chris Pine and Chris Hemsworth? Do you think there's still a chance to return to the table? Let us know what you think about it in the comments. Whatever. That's what I think. Whatever. I mean, this shit is just fucking insane. And, okay, they got Quentin Tarantino talking about how he's going to do the next Star Trek, so it's going to be, like, crazy, okay? I don't know how they would ever pull that off. I don't think Quentin Tarantino can do a movie that's not, in his style, because it would have to be. You can't have a Star Trek movie in that style where you show the damn end like Pulp Fiction and people are getting fucking gang raped, that's not Star Trek. But that's kind of the movie we're going to have, a lot of motherfuckers, and, give me that wallet, give me my wallet back, and he's like, what does it say on it? He says, badass motherfucker. Anyway, that's what I think about it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and as always, have a great day.